Hello and welcome to the Wisdom of Time, the channel where we journey back through the centuries to uncover the secrets of our past. I'm your host, and today we're diving into one of America's oldest and most chilling mysteries, the lost colony of Roanoke and the enigmatic word left behind, Croatoan. What really happened to over 100 men, women, and children who vanished without a trace? Join me as we sift through the clues. Our story begins in 1587. Queen Elizabeth I of England, eager to establish a foothold in the New World, sponsored a new expedition. Led by Governor John White, 17 English colonists set sail for North America, their destination Roanoke Island, a small patch of land off the coast of modern-day North Carolina. This wasn't the first attempt. A previous military colony had failed just a few years earlier due to harsh conditions and poor relations with the local Native American tribes. But this time, it was different. This group included families with the hope of building a permanent, thriving English settlement. Shortly after their arrival, a significant event occurred, the birth of Virginia Dare, John White's granddaughter. She was the very first English child born in the Americas, a symbol of hope and a new beginning for the fledgling colony. But their supplies were dwindling fast, and the colonists knew they wouldn't survive the coming winter without help. Reluctantly, Governor White agreed to sail back to England to gather more provisions. He promised to return as quickly as possible, leaving his daughter, granddaughter, and the entire community behind. He expected to be back within a few months. He couldn't have been more wrong. When John White arrived in England, he found a nation in crisis. The formidable Spanish Armada was preparing to attack, and every available ship, including his own, was conscripted for the war effort. His mission to resupply Roanoke was delayed, not for months, but for 3 long, agonizing years. Imagine his anxiety, his desperation, knowing his family and his people were stranded across the Atlantic, their fate completely unknown. Finally, in 1590, the war with Spain ended, and White secured passage back to Roanoke. On August 18, 1590, his granddaughter Virginia's 3rd birthday, John White finally landed on Roanoke Island. But the scene that greeted him was eerie and unsettling. The settlement was gone. The houses had been dismantled, not burned or destroyed, but carefully taken down. The entire area was deserted. There were no signs of a struggle, no bodies, no clues to a battle or a raid. It was as if the 117 colonists had simply vanished into thin air. The only thing they found was a single cryptic word carved into a wooden post of the fort's palisade: Croatoan. What did Croatoan mean? Before he left, John White had established a code. If the colonists had to leave, they were to carve their destination into a tree. If they were in distress, they were to add a Maltese cross. There was no cross. This suggested they had left willingly. Croatoan was the name of a nearby island, now known as Hatteras Island, and it was also the name of a friendly Algonquian tribe who lived there, led by Chief Manteo. Manteo had previously traveled to England and was a known ally to the English. So, the most logical explanation seemed to be that the colonists had relocated to Croatoan Island to live with the native people. Unfortunately, a powerful storm was brewing, and the captain of the ship refused to risk sailing south to Croatoan Island. With a heavy heart, John White was forced to return to England, never to see his family again. He would spend the rest of his life wondering what became of them. The mystery of the lost colony was born, and that single word, Croatoan, has haunted historians and archaeologists for over 4 centuries. So, what are the leading theories? The most widely accepted theory is that the colonists did indeed move to Croatoan Island. Facing starvation and uncertainty, it makes perfect sense that they would seek refuge with a friendly tribe. For centuries, this was just speculation, but recently, archaeology has started to provide some compelling evidence. Excavations on Hatteras Island, the former Croatoan, have unearthed English artifacts from the late 16th century. Pottery, tools, and even part of a sword hilt, mixed in with Native American items from the same period. This suggests that at least some of the colonists integrated with the Croatoan people. Stories passed down through generations of local Native American tribes, like the Lumbee people of North Carolina, also support this idea. Many Lumbee claim to be descendants of the Roanoke colonists and the Croatoan tribe. They point to their fair eyes, their European surnames passed down through oral history, and their deep connection to the land as proof. While DNA evidence has so far been inconclusive, the cultural and oral traditions are incredibly strong and cannot be easily dismissed. It paints a picture not of a disappearance, but of an assimilation, a merging of two cultures. But what about other possibilities? Some historians have proposed a different theory. Perhaps the colony split up. Maybe a small group went to Croatoan Island, while the majority attempted to move inland. Before leaving, John White had discussed a plan to move the colony 50 miles into the main, meaning inland up the Albemarle Sound. In 2012, researchers studying one of John White's maps discovered a patch covering a symbol for a fort located at this exact spot. This Site X, as it's called, has yielded more 16th century English pottery. Could this be the true destination of the main body of colonists? This theory suggests they attempted to build a new settlement inland, but without the support of a strong local tribe, they may have struggled to survive. They could have eventually succumbed to disease, starvation, or conflicts with other, less friendly tribes. It's a tragic possibility that would explain why John White never found them. They weren't where he expected them to be. The colony might not have vanished in one single event, but slowly faded away in splintered groups scattered across the Carolina landscape. Of course, there are also darker theories. One persistent idea is that the colonists were attacked and wiped out by a hostile force. The most likely candidate would have been the Spanish, who had a settlement in Florida and saw the English as rivals for control of the New World. A Spanish raid could explain the disappearance, but it doesn't quite fit the evidence. Why would they dismantle the houses so carefully? And why would they leave the single word Croatoan as a clue? It seems unlikely. Another possibility is an attack by a less friendly Native American tribe, perhaps in retaliation for past conflicts with the first Roanoke colony. Again, the lack of bodies or signs of a battle makes this theory difficult to prove. And then we have the more speculative, almost mythical explanations. Legends of a mysterious fog, of strange lights in the sky, and even alien abduction have been woven into the lore of Roanoke. While these ideas make for great fiction, they lack any historical or scientific evidence. The most compelling clues point back to one simple fact: the colonists needed to survive. Faced with a choice between waiting for a ship that might never come and joining a community that could offer food and shelter, the decision seems clear. So, what is the secret of Croatoan? It's likely not a story of a mysterious vanishment, but a complex story of survival, adaptation, and cultural merging. The colonists of Roanoke probably didn't disappear. They became part of the American landscape, their DNA and culture blending with the native peoples who were already here. The word Croatoan wasn't a cry for help or a marker of a tragedy. It was a signpost, a message of hope, pointing to their new home and their new life. The real mystery isn't where they went, but who they became. The lost colony wasn't lost at all. It was transformed. The search for definitive answers continues. Archaeologists are still digging, historians are still poring over documents, and the descendants of the Croatoan people continue to share their stories. Each new artifact, each uncovered clue, brings us a little closer to understanding the fate of those 117 pioneers. It's a powerful reminder that history is not always a simple story of dates and battles, but a living, breathing puzzle that continues to unfold. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of America's greatest historical enigmas here on the Wisdom of Time. What do you think happened to the lost colony? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration of the past, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the secrets of history. We'll see you next time.